Got you, live on the air. Okay, your call meeting of the Middletown Police Commission order. Full board is present, along with the Chief of Police, and in the audience, Alderman Kleiner. Turn it over to you, Chief.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Commissioners. This evening, in addition to our normal course of business, towards the end of the meeting, I'd request that we could go into executive session to speak about personnel matters and updates on injuries. To start off the meeting, welcome to October. The September Police Commission meetings I did forward to the Commission for review. Would you like to discuss them at all? No? Being no discussion, could I have a motion to accept them as written? I have a motion by Commissioner Mills, second by Commissioner Sullivan. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Moving forward, our September statistics for the month in regards to our crime, arrests, and whatnot. Calls for service, the department handled 2,817 calls for service, which was a slight increase over the numbers in August, where we handled 2,678 calls. We also saw an increase in our crimes for the month as well. Part 1 crimes, we investigated 53. Out of those, 14 were in the violent category, 39 in property. Out of the 39 property, 36 larceny related. August, we handled a total of 37 Part 1 crimes. Part 2 crimes for the month of September, we investigated 172 incidents in comparison to 164 in the month of August. Arrest for the month of September, the department made 244 arrests, slight decrease in comparison to August, in which we made 275. Traffic tickets for the month of September, the department issued 482 summons in comparison to 542 in August. Parking tickets for the month, there were 317 issued in comparison to 358 in August. And in regards to uses of force, there was 5 incidents that resulted in a use of force, which equates to 2% of total arrests. Shots fired calls for the month. The department investigated 3 separate incidents, 2 of which were determined to be unfounded, one of which was on September 24th, came into us at 2:10 a.m. through a Ring camera app, indicating that there's shots fired. It was investigated and determined to be unfounded. And then on September 10th at 9:47 a.m. in the area of 166 Highland Avenue, the caller reported hearing what was believed to be shots. Upon investigation, it was determined to be unfounded. The one that was founded was on September 18th, in which that was at the intersection of Walk Hill and Lake, actually at 31.5 Lake Avenue. There was actually 2 subjects that were struck by gunfire that day. We're still conducting an investigation into that. We're having some struggles with our victims who are non-cooperative, but it doesn't stop us from doing what we have to do. Doing a lot of video recovery and just piecing parts of that puzzle together. Anything in regards to statistics? Would you like to talk about them in more detail? Concerns, thoughts, ideas? Moving forward, as the Commission knows, we are an accredited police agency. We've been for many, many years now, and part of that accreditation is not just achieving it, it's also maintaining it. So as part of that maintenance, we are audited by New York State Division of Criminal Justice. This year, we were scheduled for a 1-day audit in which a person comes, one of the auditors comes to the facility and spends the day with us going through policy procedure and all of our processes and confirms that we are actually following our procedures and policies. It's a checks and balances. So that was done on September 24th and everything went well. The results of it I have here, I could pass around. A couple small minor things that we just had to update with some changes, but the overall end result. So the auditor indicated the 2024 review of standards for compliance. Conclusion by evaluator, overall program is being maintained well with no major issues detected. So I can pass this around. It just talks about what they actually looked at. No? Commissioner Rodriguez, would you like to see it? So I give a lot of credit to the men and women of the organization because it's not just on the administrative level, it's from our most junior person right on up that has to follow the policies and procedures. So anybody that was engaged on that audit did what they were supposed to do. They had the right answers. They knew what their policies and procedures were. So it's a testament to the organization. I do have to give credit to Sergeant Regino, who manages the program for us and does an outstanding job. So I definitely want to thank him for his efforts.
So the Division of Criminal Justice does the accreditation?
Yeah, the accreditation is done through Division of Criminal Justice, Department of Criminal Justice. Every 5 years, they do a 3-day audit. Every year, we have to send proofs of, they'll send us a list of policies and procedures, and we have to send proof to show that we're complying. And then this was our year where they actually send for a 1-day assessment. So it's not just every once in a while. We have to keep up with the standards every single year. And a lot of the policies and procedures that I do send to the commission for review and updates, those minor little changes, some of them are in alignment with the changes that come through the accreditation process as well.
Yeah, I think every police department should be.
There is a goal, and I don't know what the date is, but there is a goal to have every New York State Municipal Police Department accredited. I didn't really pay much attention to it because we've been, so I didn't pay attention to the date with that.
If they receive any federal or state grants, they should.
Yeah, that would be a way to encourage it, absolutely. Not a bad idea. Staffing, the department, we currently have 2 vacancies, and soon to be 3, which I'll share with the commission here shortly. Currently, as we sit today, there's 73 sworn personnel out of a budget of 75. Out of the 73, I have 1 that is still deployed on military leave. Last communication is that he should be returning to the department this December. And then we've also been notified that he's also looking to move out of state as well, so we're not really sure how that's all going to pan out. I do have 1 on 207C based on an injury, a line of duty injury that occurred in April. I have 1 currently in field training, and then I have 2 in the police academy. I'm still working on a background of a potential candidate off of the civil service list. And since our last meeting, Police Officer Hildago completed his field training, which was just not that long ago, last week, October 11th, and now he's assigned to a squad, so that definitely helped us out. And the last commission meeting, I filled the commission in on the resignation of Police Officer Justin Quilles. He left us, he officially resigned on October 11th, and he took a position with the Peekskill Police Department. When I started the staffing conversation, I indicated that there's soon to be 3. So just this past week, I was notified by Police Officer Jessica Zagui that she's planning on resigning from us as well, and she's looking to take a position with the Tuckahoe Police Department in Westchester County. That's where she's originally from. She's got some family obligations that she's trying to commit to. And, I hate to see her go, but she's also doing what she feels is best with her family. Jessica came to us in July of 2021, so her time with us exceeds the repayment window, so we don't have anything to go and have her provide any repayment for any of the training. She will definitely be missed. She was an asset, especially being bilingual, and I wish her the best in her new adventure in Tuckahoe. On October 5th, in an effort to fill some of our vacancies, we hosted a physical agility exam, which is the next phase after our written test for potential police officer candidates. On this, we focused on our next eligible group of bilingual police officer candidates. Unfortunately, only 6 showed up, and at the end of the physical agility exam, only 1 passed. So I've already spoken with our civil service department. I requested the next group of bilingual candidates, and we're looking to give another physical agility exam to the next group on November 23rd in hopes of hiring some additional bilingual people.
We don't have anybody else on the regular list?
I do. I'm kind of at a standstill there, that there's some people that they're probably good people. I'm not sure they're going to
If
be.
they're at the 80s or 75s?
I'm in 85s right now. I do have 1 person who we're processing. He's a 95. He put himself on hold while he attended the police academy. Once he was done with the police academy, he got reactivated on our list, so he's my number one. He's the one we're doing a background on right now. And then after that, I have, I think it's 6 or 7 candidates, several of which would be in the repayment class. And there's a couple that are just, their initial backgrounds just don't look positive. Looks like there's some issues, so we'll have to dig into them a little bit deeper and move forward, so. I do have the next group of 80s. They already went through this physical agility back in the spring. So once I get through the 85s, or at least get down to 2, then it opens up the 80s. And I think there's about 20, right around 20 candidates there. And as a reminder, I did request a police officer exam for 2025. So ideally, it should be September of 2025. Since our last meeting, the department participated in numerous trainings. I'm just going to read them off real quick. If you would like me to discuss them in any detail, I'm more than willing. Physical fitness instructor, international homicide seminar, Department of Criminal Justice Give Public Safety Symposium. Department participated in the quarterly firearms and reality-based training program, sharing hope in crisis seminar, practical guidelines for motorcycle enforcement, Alert 1 training, which is active shooter training, drone assessment and response tactics, autism awareness for first responders, leadership speaker series, narcotics on patrol, mastering ICAC investigations, which pertains to child sexual abuse, cultural diversity, bias, sexual harassment instructor, ethics and professionalism instructor, ancillary New York State statutes instructor, and that was it for training. Any discussion, thoughts, concerns? Quiet group tonight?
Yankees are on.
What's that?
Yankees are on at 5.
You'll make it. Community events. We just started our Fall Leadership Academy. Our group this time, we have 28 students, youth from our community. 28. One of our best turnouts, yep. Youngest being 13, oldest being 18. This is a 12-week program. Sergeant Welch oversees it and has many of our officers engage the youth with different programs throughout the 12 weeks as well. It runs from 3:15 to 5 p.m. on Tuesdays, and we utilize the police academy for that. And through the many years and lessons learned, we've realized that we take as many obstacles away from the youth as we can. We provide them transportation, food, opportunity to minimize any stressors to prevent them from joining us. So it's been very effective, and I definitely appreciate that program. And I know there's a lot of people that have went through it that try to get back into it because they enjoyed it so much. But this group is all brand new people that have not gone through it, which is very good.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Yes.
So, from week to week, are there certain topics that are covered that some, like, I would like to attend another, like, this 2 years ago when I attended, but I'd like to come to another one, but I don't know if there's just something that's gonna.
Whenever you would like to come, I could get you the curriculum if you would like to pick a day, or whatever day, I'll make sure that there's time for you to either sit in or address the group, whatever you prefer. So I will send you the curriculum.
Great, thank you.
I was supposed to have a meeting last Thursday with the school district. It got canceled for some scheduling concerns. We're looking to partner with the school district to do an after-school program with the SROs as well. And I think I have some funding through our SNUG grant that would support that for us. That would be a whole new adventure for us in the school, but I think we have the opportunity, both with personnel, commitment, and funds to make it happen. So it's just a matter of getting us together. And then also through our SNUG money, I have funding that we're supporting programming through the school, and the first one's going to start in mid-November, in which the school has chosen a platform of conflict resolution and choices, where we're going to bring in presenters that are vetted to present to the middle school and younger high school students. So we took a significant amount of our resources through the grant money to put into this program, so we're definitely looking forward to that. Just a couple cases I brought with me to share. These cases are both from September. The first one was September 25th. This hit the news pretty good. On September 25th was the report that hit the news on Route 17 where the wrong-way driver ended up crashing into the tractor trailer and ended up dying as a result. The driver of the tractor trailer was also injured. The reason I bring this up, it is outside our jurisdiction. However, Lieutenant Tholen was involved in this. He was on his way home from a different call that he had to come in for. On the way home, he was crossing over 17 when the calls came in, and he was right there. He got on 17, and the car was actually coming at him. So he was able to turn around, and he facilitated a lot of the support from all the other organizations, trying to shut down the highway, getting people where they needed to be. He was not directly involved, like no crash, anything like that, but he was part of that incident, so I just wanted to make sure that the commission was aware of that. He's fine. We have to do our own internal investigation, and that is a case that will be turned over to the Attorney General's office by the state police, who are the handling agency there, because there was a death involved in a police incident. So at some point, he will probably be interviewed by the Attorney General's investigators. And going to the scene, I met him there that evening, very horrific scene, and like listening to his story, I don't see what other option he had. And his intentions were to help prevent people from getting seriously injured or killed. Unfortunately, it wasn't, that successful. The other incident, this also hit the media, and I did talk about this briefly, I believe, last meeting. I could be mistaken. This was the incident of the assault incident at the school, in the high school, that happened on September 30th. I just want to, reiterate that, this was not something that we don't believe was a preventable incident. The way we understand it, it was between two parties, and it seemed like they had an ongoing situation that one was going to intend to get the other some way, somehow, some form. We did make an arrest on that. The person was charged with assault in the first degree, which is a very serious charge. It is a Class B felony, and he's in the court system now, and we'll see what happens from there. Would you like any additional details, discussion on either of those?
So assault first, there was a weapon?
Yes, he actually utilized a medical grade scalpel. Most of it was plastic. And he used that. It's on video, and in a crowd of people, he took it out and swung it at the other youth and caught him across the face. So our defendant in that was 17, and our victim was also 17. So moving forward, I did forward the commission a total of 5 internal investigations. Would the commission like to discuss them, review them, table them?
I do have one question. So if we're involved in a MVA, it's just like a regular insurance settlement
When
with the one incident?
the one I spoke of?
Was he on the highway chasing him?
Yep. So an MVA, like one of our cars is involved
Yes,
in?
the one on
On 17?
Wisner or Wickham, the pickup.
Oh, our pickup.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, we will make an insurance claim either against the other party if they're at fault, or it'll go through ours. We notify our insurance company every time one of our vehicles is in an accident, and then the insurance companies, just like our private insurance would do, they work that out amongst themselves. Sometimes we end up paying through our insurance, sometimes the other party pays through their insurance. And then we use local body shops that manage insurance as well. The one where it hit our new pickup truck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we have to do an investigation also on that chase?
Yes. So I already have the initial investigation started. What I would do on our end is be sure that the actions taken by the individual are within the guidelines of our internal policy and procedure. Which would be very similar to all these other internal investigations. Basically, we're looking to make sure the officers' actions are within the guidelines of policy, procedure, and law. So far as the internal investigations that I sent the commission, I have 5 are good to go. Yes?
Yep.
You need a motion, Chief?
So do I have a motion to accept them as written?
So moved.
I have a
Second.
motion by the mayor, second by Commissioner Mills. All in favor?
Yes.
So just for the record, I'm just going to give just a brief summary of these incidents so that they're on the record. The complaint or the internal investigations that are being accepted as written. First one is from August 24th, 2023. Blotter number 2323378. It was a personnel complaint in which, after investigation, it was found to be exonerated. Second one is from November 28, 2023, blotter number 2332230. This was an injury to an officer. After investigation, it was determined no violations of department policy. Next one is March 13, 2024, blotter number 246358. This is an injury to a juvenile defendant who was attempting to evade arrest. After internal investigation, it was found that there's no department policy violations. This incident also involved the youth being, when he was caught by the police officers, he was in possession of a loaded handgun. Next one is March 15th, 2024, blotter number 246533. This is a property damage motor vehicle accident with a police vehicle and a civilian vehicle. After investigation, there's found to be no violations of departmental policy. Next one is from August 6, 2024. This was a personnel complaint. After investigation, it was found to be no violations of departmental policy. Thus, the personnel complaint was determined to be unfounded. So there are the 5 that the commission just agreed to accept as written. Moving forward, I did forward 11 updates in our policy procedure to the commission for a review. I don't know if the commission had time to review them, would like to discuss them, table them. All very, very minor changes highlighted, most of them a couple words.
All good.
All good? So could I have a motion to accept them as written?
Motion.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
So just for the record, policies that are being updated, policy 311, domestic violence, policy 313, child abuse, policy 316, missing persons, policy 330, death investigations, policy 411, appearance tickets, policy 1000, recruitment and selection, policy 1008, communicable diseases, policy 1013, personnel records, policy 1018, lactation breaks, policy 1022, work-related illness and injury reporting, and policy 1027, temporary modified duty assignments. That is all I have on my agenda this evening. Would the commission like to discuss anything? We do have someone in the audience. Alderman Kleiner, do you have anything you would like to discuss with the commission? Thank you. Being no further items of discussion, I would request that we move into executive session to discuss some personnel matters.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Mayor Stefano, second by Commissioner Rodriguez. All in favor?
Aye.
Moving into executive session for personnel matters
Take
at
care, Kleiner.
4:55 PM.
Please be advised this ends the public portion of today's meeting. Thank you.
Appreciate it.